that's where I should have been like concentrating on what I was good at, school. However, growing up, feeding the bullshit, you can be anything you want to be. So me and my brother, we both liked basketball a lot. And then I'm 6'2", 6'3". So I'm pretty tall, not tall for a basketball player, but tall for the average person, taller than most people. So every day we would practice basketball for hours and hours a day, for 2, 3 hours a day. My brother would take like 500 jump shots every day. I would, practice my post moves every day. A 6'2" post player, yeah, that's pretty rare. And we were sure about it. If we practiced every day for hours, every single day, we would eventually make it to the NBA. Our skills would catch up. And then we were fed bullshit. We're like, yeah, the people that get practice the most, they're the ones that make it to the NBA. And the fact of the matter is we had no chance of making it to the NBA. My plan was to do really well in basketball, get good in basketball, then get a college scholarship to the University of Texas, and then get drafted to the NBA. That is just the biggest pipe dream ever. And an adult should have took me aside and said, "Hey, Gregory, you're practicing basketball 2, 3 hours every single day, but what is it really good for?" And I was practicing incorrectly. I was shooting with like layups and jump shots with and drives to the basket with my left hand, jumping off my left foot, and I was shooting jump shots with my right hand and finger rolls with my right hand, jumping off my right foot. So I didn't even have a coach tell me which foot to jump off of, and I'm paying for that in my knee now. Uh, but have just having fed that fucking bullshit from sitcoms and after school specials, like I said, and like posters in the school hallway. You can do it if you put your mind to it. You can succeed, and there's some truth in that. But when you tell a kid that over and over, they think that they can be in the NBA. How many like 5 foot something high school students are across the United States right now thinking that same thing? They're like, if I practice hard enough, I work hard enough, I can make it to the NBA, when the fact is 99.9999% of all players that have ever played in the NBA have been over 6 feet tall. But there's those exceptions, and those exceptions are so rare. And somebody should have just took me aside and said, "Hey, all this time that you guys are doing playing basketball, it's not really worth it. There's no athletic intelligence is something that's hereditary." And my mother wasn't an athlete. She was very uncoordinated, actually. My father wasn't an athlete. He was, over 6 feet tall, but he wasn't an athlete. Neither of my siblings. It's not something that was in my DNA. Whereas education and learning and reading and speaking and writing, lots of lawyers in my background, lots of doctors, lots of professors in my, family history. Not many basketball players, not many baseball players. So you really know thyself is the most helpful piece of advice.